Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our another edition of the 2015 Dillard University Coaches Luncheon in Kearney Dining Hall, West Wing. My name is Haptam Kadeta. I'm the Sports Information Director for Dillard University, and we will get started. As we do always say, we appreciate your support to the university as well as our athletics program, and we plan on keeping you abreast with Dillard University athletics. So now we are in the heat of basketball season, so we will get started with Coach Norbert Rome of the Lady Blue Devils basketball team. Coach?
Thank you, Halton. Women's basketball has had a very interesting week. We started out playing against William Carey, which I felt was a very, very good game for us. We were on the road and we were able to get back home to the battlefield. It was a very tough game against William Carey, but we were able to edge them out towards the end. I was very, very proud of our energy. I was very proud of our effort. After the William Carey game, we went on to play against LSUS, who was a team that was ranked in the nation, in 2015 in the nation. I felt we had the game in control. We were getting what we wanted. We forced 30 turnovers. We had 70 shots. We held them to 36 attempts. But I think the difference in the ball game was we didn't shoot well from the perimeter or the field, and we were unable to capitalize on a lot of the turnovers that we had. We've been on the road a lot, and so I think it finally caught up with us when we played against LSUS. Hats off to LSUS. I thought they did a great job being able to close out the game, especially without having the best player, Courtney Pennywell. I hope she gets better really, really soon. We were looking forward to the challenge of being able to play against Courtney. But we'll have the opportunity, hopefully, to do that when we return the game in December. Moving forward, we had the opportunity to play against the University of Louisiana Monroe, which I felt was a very, very good opportunity, and I was very thankful that Coach Dow gave us that chance. We went up ready, prepared to go. The game was really close in the first half. I believe the score at the end of the first half was 31-25. Unfortunately, we weren't as deep as they were, and when we went into our bench, we weren't able to get a lot of production from our bench players. I think that hurt us tremendously, and we didn't get the type of production that we wanted from our starters in the second half, typically in the third quarter. We're still having those lows where we're coming out a little flat in the second and third quarter, and it's very hard, very difficult to overcome that. We have to do a better job of boxing out and giving them too many offensive rebounds, which I think is very, very tough for us, seeing that we're a very small team. So we're just going to get back in the gym, continue to work hard, and work on the deficiencies that we have, and just continue to push, give the effort that we need, and continue to prepare for the rest of the season. And we're looking forward to our next couple of games. Questions?
Yes, Coach, you talked about the 2 games we had to me, I thought the guard players really cared. Just compare both opponents, they're very similar, but what was the problem going down the stretch in LSUS? I felt like we definitely had a chance to win, but just couldn't find the hole for that.
Well, I think both opponents were really good opponents. I feel the guard play for William Carey was extremely good. The guards were very athletic, very quick, which actually gave us some problems, but we were able to deal with that on the defensive side. I think the biggest difference between William Carey and LSUS is that when Pennywell went out, it changed their attack, and they went more to a 4-out, 1-in attack with 31 Tucker being inside, and they had 4 guards on the floor, and they were getting a lot of dribble penetration. And we were unable to stay with the dribble penetration, which is why I think we fouled and they shot 30 and free throws. So, right, so in the end, we were stopping them from getting field goals, or we were fouling. And in credit to them, they did a great job of being able to hit these free throws down the stretch. Unfortunately for us, we did take advantage of Pennywell being out, and we didn't get a lot from our post players in that game, which we felt we should have had the edge with Pennywell being out.
I have a question. What do you say to your girls at halftime? Because I noticed when you come back out in the third quarter, they're like, take them a long time to get started again.
Well, normally what I'm telling them is we're normally making any in-game adjustments that we need to make at halftime. I feel that I shouldn't have to coach energy and effort. I feel like it's the team's responsibility to be able to come out with the passion and enthusiasm that they have for the game. So as players, they should have a love for the game. Normally when I go in, it's any in-game adjustments that I see that we need to make, that we're doing either defensively or offensively, to be able to try to swing momentum into our favor. So I'm not really in the locker room trying to pep them up. I do that more in the beginning of the game, and at halftime I'm normally making in-game adjustments.
One other question. I noticed a lot, well, like in this LSU game, the point guard for LSU, he wasn't a strong point guard. But our point guard, we played her to a strong hand, make her go to the right, make her go left. So how do you feel about playing on a strong hand and forcing them to the weak side?
Which point guard?
I think she was number 13. She wasn't a strong point guard at all.
Well, defensively, what we asked Chantrell to do is to really contain her. Now it's not so much so trying to force her left or force her right. We just asked her to stay in front of the player and not allow her to have dribble penetration down the lane, don't give it straight line drives. So typically what we like to do is we don't like to pressure the ball as much, because if we pressure the ball and we're giving up dribble penetration, and a lot of times it puts our post in position where they have to make a decision on whether they're going to allow the layup or foul. So what I ask the point guard typically to do is just stay between the ball and the basket and not give up the dribble penetration. So that was instructions for me about not pushing her left or pushing her right. We just want to contain the point guard and make sure that she's not giving it that dribble penetration.
This is coming from somebody who's completely double about it over, right? But Cantrell on the offensive side really has the ability to slash. I mean, like, she's a really good driver, but I know she doesn't do it very often. I know you have to stay within the system or whatever that is, but it seems that, I don't know if she's reluctant or if the system just doesn't call for it, but it looks like we could use her more penetrating because she's a really good penetrator.
Well, we've had conversations about that. I've talked to Chantrell on numerous occasions, and I've asked her during the game as well as in practice, we would like for her to be able to attack the goal more and to look to put pressure on the other team. And unfortunately, we're not getting it right now from our point guards. We're not getting that penetration at attack that we're looking for. We're going to continue to work on it and continue to stress it. But we're not getting that. We don't have that dribble penetration, and we're looking for it, and we're asking our guard to not to settle so much for the three-point shot, to try to attack the basket, to try to get us to the foul line. The thing about it is, a lot of guards on the team, we have a lot of three-point shooters, and so what happens is, unless your post players are picking up fouls, when you have the three-point shots, if they're going in, we're going to look good. But if we're not going in, it's going to create long rebounds and then transition defense. So we have to do a better job with our transition defense.
I also noticed too from the last couple of games, our team don't get second shots. We're not getting rebounded. The opponent, they didn't do any second chances. They get points off second chances. We need to work on boxing out getting rebounds, so that we can have those second chance shots.
I totally agree. I totally agree. There was several situations yesterday against ULM, I think, changed the tide where we were back. We had 3 players back. I remember one play specifically. We had 3 players back, and it was a 1-on-3 fast break. They shot the ball, and we didn't block out, and then the girl who shot the ball got the ball back. So it's something that we've been stressing since the beginning of the year about boxing out, boxing out, boxing out. You have to box out. But I guess I'm just not doing a good job of getting the message across. And so we just have to continue to work on that. But being a good rebounding is effort and the want to. So we have to have people who are willing to rebound, to go in as a team, so we don't give up those second chance opportunities. Because I think at halftime, they had 10 points off second chance opportunities. So which, if we box out and we hold to one shot, then I think that changes the whole scope of the game in the first half. Definitely. And then we're stressing as well not to give up a 3-point shot. And in the first half, we gave up 5 3-pointers. So it's something that we have to continue to work on, continue to halt and stress. Hats off to ULM. I think they're a really good team, and I think they did a good job of executing their offense. We just have to continue to work together as a team and continue to execute the game plan to the best of our ability.
What's the general mood of the team right now?
I feel the general mood of the team right now is we felt like we let some games get away from us that we feel like we should have had.
But does that make them more determined, or does that make them rejected?
Well, right now I would say we seem to be a little more determined, but yet we seem to be a little tired. Like we've been on the road a lot. So I think the determination is there, but I think with them being student athletes, I feel like I could feel that we're a little tired. And so I think once we get out of the first half of the season and we start getting into December where we're going into conference, and we're probably playing a game, once every 6 days or something like that, we'll have a lot more time to prepare for our opponent, and we'll have a lot more time to stress the different things that our opponents do and do not do, what are their weaknesses, how we're going to attack them, what we want to take away. And so what I believe in is this: we play a very, very tough schedule overall, and although our record doesn't reflect, I think, the nature of who we are and what our team is, I think in the end it's going to help us because we're going to be real battle tested. So we're not playing the lesser schools and piling up a bunch of victories and having false confidence. We're understanding what our deficiencies are early on, and once we find out what they are, we continue to work on them. And as we continue to believe and trust the process, we move forward. It'll make us better in the end, and ultimately we'll be having an opportunity to play for a conference championship.
How do you improve the shooting percentage of some of the girls? Because, the team overall, the other night y'all took 70 shots and you did like 21%. That's from the field goal.
Yeah.
That's not even counting your 3-point attempt. So how do you encourage the girls? Because I noticed some of the ones that are in the game who are taking the shots, the majority of the shots, I can tell when they're thinking about it, and I know they're not going to make that shot. So how did you encourage your girls just to get out there and play the game? Let it come in.
Yeah, I tell them all the time, just go out and have fun. I tell them before we get out on the court, I tell them I love them, and I tell them to go out and have fun. You just got to play the game, you got to have fun. That's a part of what we talk about. You can't always second guess yourself while you're out on the court as a player. You got to go out and you got to be able to just have fun and flow. I tell them to play together, play with one another, work the ball around. So we talk about those different things, and we have shoot drills that we do while we're in practice. But you just got to continue working, continue to push forward.
You mentioned working the ball, and I mentioned at the last Monday we was here, they look like they in practice, they move the ball. There's no swinging the ball. They just pass the ball here, I mean, it's going too slow. They got to be ready to pass that ball. They got to move. They look like they're in practice. And just from me out there, I never seen your practice before, but by looking at them in the game, they look like they're in the practice.
Well, it may have been a specific play that we were running, where we were trying to swing the ball from left to right. I think you might be talking about when we're trying to get the ball inside and we're running a particular play. That may look that way, but it's a purpose, a method to what we're trying to do. Yeah. Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Walker, for that update. Of course, if you are in town this week, we would like to invite you to come to Xavier University, the Convocation Center,